welcome back. So finally I came back from my trip to Egypt, and in today's video I'm just gonna give you a little bit of tips and pretty much answer the question of how safe is visiting this country. So for that question I do have like mixed feelings about it, but it's because if you're traveling with a tourist agency you will feel really safe. They know how to deal with things, and if you're planning to travel by yourself, I do recommend you to take a tourist guide inside the country to take you around, because getting to places is quite difficult, and we notice that a lot of people try to take advantage of you if they notice that you are from other country. So I was there for 10 days visiting different cities. The trip was phenomenal. It was beautiful, perfect. I totally recommend you to go. So there's a few things that we saw that are different and strange. For example, every place that you go, like temples, pyramids, and your hotel, they always scan your backpack. And the funny thing is, like, when they see that you're from other country, they kind of don't care too much. But we noticed that people from their country, when they try to pass, they are a little more careful of looking for things in their backpacks. The other thing is that you will find a couple of checkpoints where you will see people with guns, and that was really strange for me. But because we were in a tour, they kind of go through these places really fast, and we noticed that people with regular cars, they have to stay in one line longer because they kind of take more care of checking their cars and things like that. So one of the things that is quite annoying, and as I told you before, people try to take advantage of you, is vendors. People who try to sell you things, they are quite annoying, really pushy, so just be a little bit careful with it. We were in the pyramids and this guy came trying to sell us something. We told him no, and then he was like, this is a gift, and we didn't want to even touch it. So the guy just threw the paper to us. We didn't even catch it, it was on the floor. But the thing is, like, if it falls, you grab it, and they try to tell you to buy it, and obviously you just say no, but still it's really pushy, so it's really annoying. But in general, everybody was like tired of it. I do think that they should change the way that they sell things, because you pretty much get to a point that you don't want to even look at it because they are so pushy. So just be a little bit careful with it. Other thing that you may experience is that they have their regular clothing, they may have a donkey or camel with them, so obviously you want to take a picture of them. So what happens most of the time is that they tell you, do you want a picture? So you take a picture with him, and right away they tell you, give me money. So if you want to take a picture, take it like from far away that he doesn't see you. But unless you want to pay them for the picture, just don't get even closer to them. So now, if you're planning to travel by yourself, I 100% recommend you to take a tourist guide with you, because moving around or trying to get to places is quite difficult, or at least I find it. So I noticed that there is not like a good signs for, okay, you can take a bus here and go to this point. Basically they have this type of buses, this is the public transportation there. Unless if you speak the language, that would be easy and you can move around. But if not, obviously you can take a taxi. They can take you around, maybe to the location. Once again, I recommend you to take a tourist guide, so they will show you around, they will give you the information that you need to know if you are in the pyramids or temples, because it's really cool. And if your plan was maybe renting a car and that way traveling the country, at least if you are visiting Cairo, do not rent a car. The traffic there is so bad, and the way that they drive is so freaking crazy. Every single car that I saw, it has scratches and bumps. I was not able to see one car without the scratches. People just go through the cars and walk this way and come this way. That is unbelievable. I was biting my nails on my ride to places because it was really freaky. They get so close to you that it's just unbelievable. One huge thing that I will recommend you is bring a nice mask if you hate the smell of cigarettes. Here people smoke like no tomorrow. They are allowed to smoke absolutely everywhere. People were smoking in the restaurant, inside places where you can buy things, in the lobby of the hotels. inside the pyramids. Everywhere that you go, people will be smoking. So if you want to just save a big headache, just bring a nice mask, use it, because you are going to be so tired after like a couple of days because that freaking stinks. So something that we experienced there too is that in most of the places you do have to buy a ticket for pictures. Obviously when you go inside of tombs or the temples, we noticed that the guy catch them taking pictures and obviously asked, do you have the ticket? No. Okay, so give me half of the price that you would pay there. So kind of you don't know what to do because you think that they may kick you out. They just make you raise the pictures, but they always try to take money. My husband was taking pictures of something in another area and this security guy was like, oh, you should take pictures from that point. So my husband went to that point and the guy right away was like, okay, give me money for just telling you where to take pictures. So that's why they do take or try to take advantage of you. You just tell them no, I'll keep walking, and they just don't say anything. Something really cool is that most of the vendors, they speak different languages. It was unbelievable. Little kids, older people, they do speak different languages, which was really nice to see. Even though they don't speak like amazing, they know enough to try to sell you things. So now let's talk about clothing. If you're visiting the really traditional and touristic areas, you can get away with something like this. You can show your skin and nobody tells you anything. You still may bring attention to you by the locals, which most of the time young people will be running to you to take pictures with you because obviously you are really exotic for them. But if you want to explore the city and just go through regular streets, in that case I do recommend you to wear something that covers your skin, just to not bring attention and obviously not to make people feel offended. So now something that is going to shock you a lot is about how dirty the country is. And once again, I was in Cairo, Aswan, Luxor, different cities, but the dirtiest one was Cairo, obviously because there's a lot of people. So in downtown, where you will see a lot of like embassies or maybe like really fancy hotels, around that area they have it clean, but if you just walk a little bit, a few streets out of that area, everything is a mess. On the streets you will find a lot of plastic, a lot of garbage, a lot of sand on the street, and to the point that you cannot even walk on the sidewalk because cars just park there, they block the way, there is piles of sand and piles of garbage, so literally you just have to walk on the street. And this is the video for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the videos to my trip to Egypt, and once again, see you soon. Bye!